The Heart of Art is sponsored in part by the Texas A&M University Art Galleries, which includes the Stark and Forsyth Galleries located inside the MSC. The galleries provide a variety of opportunities to experience art exhibitions, events, and hands-on activities. More information at uart.tamu.edu. The Heart of Art is brought to you by the Academy for the Visual and Performing Arts at Texas A&M University, bringing innovative and culturally diverse visual and performing arts programming to Texas A&M University and the Brazos Valley. The Academy for the Visual and Performing Arts fosters the creativity of our community via the transformative power of the arts.
The Heart of Art, scoping the Brazos Valley for the best artists and bringing them to your radio. Hello, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to the KME Studios. My name is Hector Nino, and you're listening to The Heart of Art. For today's show, we have a very special guest. His name is Chase Colston. He is here to present the Troubadour Festival, which he is the co-owner and founder of. This festival will take place May 20th, and we'll start selling tickets on March 3rd. And Chase is one of the many people that got laid off during the pandemic, but his is a great success story. His festival seems a lot of fun. This festival will focus on two main things, and that is barbecue and music, two things that Aggieland sure loves. And this will include 34 businesses of the best barbecue joints in Texas. So there's a lot to choose from, as well as country music artists such as Midland, Shane Smith, and the Saints, and more. And if you'd like to check out this lineup and all the different barbecue businesses that are going to be at this festival, you can go to the website troubadourfestival.com. That's Troubadour, Troubadour, troubadourfestival.com. All right, now for our announcements, we have the A&M University Art Galleries will be exhibiting Fibers of My Being, and this will be a student exhibition at the J. Wayne Stark Galleries in room MSC 1110, and this will be in the Education Gallery within that room. This exhibit will explore the construction of memory and state of dissociation by creating tangible objects through craft as a coping mechanism, such as quilting and crochet. So I'm sure there will be a lot to see here, and this exhibit will start February 28th and will be up until March 12th. And if you'd like to check out more about this exhibit, you can go to uart.tamu.edu. All right, and if you have any art events or any artists that you think that you would like to see featured on the show, make sure to email theheartofart@tamu.edu, and that'll go straight to me. All right, let's start my interview with Chase Colston, co-owner and founder of the Troubadour Festival. Today in the studio, we have a very special guest. His name is Chase Colston. He is co-owner and founder of the Troubadour Festival and is from Tyler, Texas. So, hi, Chase. How are you today?
I'm good. How's it going?
It's going great. I'm really excited for our conversation today. I know that, this week you showed us out in the Aggie Park and how everything was going to be set up for the Troubadour Festival. So it sounds really exciting. So I'm really excited for this conversation.
Yeah, we're stoked. The response has been really good so far, and we're very thankful to the university for hosting us, and we're looking forward to a good event.
Oh yeah, me too. All right, but before we go into the festival, I did want to talk a little bit about you. And I know I mentioned you were from Tyler, Texas. Where did this idea come about?
Yeah, so I used to work for a company in Tyler, a radio company. Then about 10 years ago, came up with an idea to do a festival centered around Texas barbecue and Texas country music. And after some convincing for a couple of years, they finally gave me permission to do our first one. So I started the Red Dirt Barbecue and Music Festival in Tyler, Texas, that I did for 6 years. I ran from 2014 to 2019. And after that, a little COVID-19 pandemic came along and, kind of upended everybody's world, and, not least of which was live events. So after a lengthy furlough, I was eventually laid off from my job, and the event that I started kept going, but along the way, um, my best friend of more than 30 years, who we've known each other since we were about 5 years old, and he's actually Texas A&M class of 2009. Always talked and kept each other what was going on in our lives, just what friends do, and one thing led to another, and we decided, hey, let's try to do this ourselves. Let's kind of take that concept, maybe try to elevate it as best we can, and take it to different spots in Texas, and here we are.
Right. And I mean, I know that you started the Red Dirt Festival, right? And Tyler, were there any hardships that you had with that you kind of learned now that you're taking it further?
Oh, you learn every year. Every event you
Right.
do, you learn something. When I first started, my job wasn't to produce events. I was kind of more in the marketing realm for a group of radio stations, and doing the event was just something. Hey, let's try this and give it a shot and see if it works, and it did. But you go from knowing absolutely nothing the first time you do it, and kind of trial by fire. And over the years, you learn from your mistakes, and you learn how to grow. You learn how to improve, and we're to the point now, doing it almost 10 years myself, is surround yourself with people who are smarter than you, which is what I've tried to do, and really focus on what's most important. And to us, that's the guest experience, and whatever we need to do to improve upon that and make it worthwhile, that's what we're going to do.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's awesome that, this festival kind of gave you the confidence to go ahead and do it on your own terms, kind of thing.
It wasn't completely my choice. At first it was, you're thrown out without a job, which was, my situation wasn't unique. I was one of hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of people in the live events industry who lost their jobs during a very difficult time, but when we decided to take that leap of faith and, really invest ourselves and our time and our money into this, is, it's nerve-wracking sometimes, when it's somebody else's money is totally different from whenever it's, it's your own. So,
Definitely.
but we've done 4 events so far, and, we're really happy with what we've accomplished so far, but we know that there's still things that we can improve upon and make better. And, we hope to bring the best of all of it out here at Aggie Park.
I mean, well, yours is definitely a success story because, I mean, after being laid off, now you're working on this. That's amazing. But it really seems like this festival came about because of your love for barbecue and country music. Those are like the 2 main things. And I kind of wanted to go a little bit into barbecue first. Are you yourself a barbecue artist?
I don't. I mean, I like to cook. I like to cook like these guys do, but only at my house. What these pit masters, cooks, chefs, whatever you want to call them. Pit masters mostly. They are true artists at their craft, and
Right.
what we pride ourselves on is bringing together, the best of the best across Texas. And Texas is flush with amazing barbecue restaurants. You have great ones here locally. College Station, Brenham, surrounding areas, and then no matter which way you go in Texas, you're going to find great barbecue restaurants.
Okay.
And over the years, just meeting new people and trying their food and all that, you really get acclimated with the people who are just above and beyond outstanding at their job. And, we want to celebrate that. We're bringing 34 restaurants to Aggie Park in May, and we could easily bring 50 or 60. We did 3 of these festivals in 2022, and we had 70 different barbecue restaurants between the 3 festivals. So, unfortunately, we can't bring them all just because space doesn't allow it. But that just kind of shows us how ripe with great barbecue that we have. And as much as I, like to cook, and sometimes it's good at my house, it's not near as good as what these guys do on a daily basis.
I mean, yeah, Texas barbecue is something else, and I think everyone here at Aggieland could definitely relate to that.
Aggies love their barbecue, that's for sure. I've learned that very quickly.
Oh, yeah. And, I mean, I know you were telling me about, certain crazy plates that they do that are just completely out of the ordinary. Can you go over some of those plates that you mentioned?
We I don't know what they're going to be bringing, yet to Aggie Park, but just, a lot of what, these pit masters do is, they do the same thing every day. They do your brisket, they do your ribs, sausage, turkey, and they do other specialty items. But a lot of them really like to take events like this to be creative and do some crazy things. So we've had them. We've had some really interesting takes on wings. We've had sausages. We've had a restaurant that They've done pecan pie sausage, and you really wouldn't think of that, or Thanksgiving Thanksgiving dinner sausage, where you have turkey and dressing and cranberries and everything inside a sausage. It's really it's really crazy to think of what you can do with sausage, but we have guys that do it all. And one of our restaurants, I think we talked about it. At his place, he does a much elevated take on like a Crunchwrap Supreme from Taco Bell.
Oh wow!
CM Smokehouse in Austin, and so they just do. They really like to come out and not only have a good time and meet people and market their business, but at the same time really showcase. They do way more than just throw briskets on a pit. They're truly artists at what they do.
Yeah, they're definitely looking to impress the people
Oh
there.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And all right, now there's also going to be country music there. So what are some of the groups that are coming?
Yeah, so we have 2 stages. We have a kind of a side stage that operates from noon to 4, which is kind of during our barbecue sampling of the event. So, we kind of use that for kind of our up and coming artists in Texas music. This year, that's headlined by Braxton Keith, and he's also joined by Gracie York and Rachel Loren, all 3 of them great artists at country music. And Gracie played a festival for us last October, and she's wonderful, and she's a good friend. And we're really stoked to have those 3 early on. And on the main stage in the amphitheater at Aggie Park, we're Midland is headlining. Who've quickly launched themselves into the upper echelon of country music, and they're joined by Shane Smith and the Saints, who are absolutely phenomenal, one of the best live bands in Texas. And we also have Charlie Robinson, who is a Texas country legend in every sense of the word, and this is his first time on the road in several years. He had complications due to vocal surgery some years back, and thought his time was done, but he's able to get back at least for one final hoorah on College Station. Wow. Being here is going to be a stop of his that we're really honored to have him at. And then our second band that's playing is Uncle Lucius, based out of Austin, and they're also a band that kind of was on a hiatus for about 5 years, and they're starting back on tour next month. So this will be one of their first shows back in Texas. We're really excited about. They're personally one of my favorite bands in all of Texas music. And then opening is a Treaty Oak Revival, a lively group out of Midland who have they've played in College Station a few times and have definitely made an impression already. So we're really excited to have all of them.
Yeah, that's really exciting. There hasn't been, not that I know of, a lot of events at Aggie Park, so I feel like this is one of the first ones, and you could be really setting the stage for this.
Yeah, it's definitely the first festival at Aggie Park. It opened with Robert Earl Keen, who's an alum, back in September when the park first opened, which was really really cool. And that was around the time that we first got to see the park pretty much completed, and made us really excited for what we were going to be able to bring here. And but doing this kind of event and having the blessing from the university and all the people who have played a part in getting us here has really been humbling. Like, my business partner is a class of 2009, like I said, and so he's especially excited to be coming back to his alma mater for something like this. And it really it means a lot to us from the perspective of the event, to show that people think that this is a big deal and are giving us the opportunity to not be a campus organization, to do something from the outside, and we're really excited about that opportunity.
Right. Do you yourself play music?
I do not. That's why I pay people to play music.
All right. Nice.
I enjoy music. I love listening to it. That wasn't a gene that I was blessed with, but I could pay them to play all day.
Oh yeah, and we'll definitely enjoy them either way. All right, now to the details. So when will tickets be available?
Yeah, so our public on sale is 10 o'clock Friday morning, March 3rd. And until the end of the day, Wednesday, you can sign up on our website, troubadourfestival.com. Right. You can sign up for emails at the top of our homepage. And if you do that, that'll give you access to an exclusive pre-sale just for our subscribers. That'll go out at 10 o'clock Thursday, March 2nd. Awesome. So you'll get an email with a code, and you can go in and buy tickets, and they're actually a little bit cheaper, and you get to buy them before everybody else. So that's a good thing to take advantage of. We'll have a very limited number of pre-sale tickets available, so gotta move quickly.
Right, and that's troubadourfestival.com, right?
Troubadourfestival.com, yep.
Awesome. And what are the different passes, and what do they include?
Yeah, so we have 3 different tickets. Our VIP ticket is It allows you to come into the barbecue portion of the event early, an hour earlier than the rest. So you get kind of an hour of just VIPs get to sample food first. It also includes access to a special like kind of VIP grove in Aggie Park where you'll have real bathrooms, kind of your own space and your own space in front of the stage. It includes a shirt from the festival, and then your first 2 drinks are on us too. So pretty good perks there. And then our next ticket is our barbecue and music ticket, which includes samples from all the barbecue restaurants that you can handle, and then access to the concert as well. So our VIPs come in at noon, and then the barbecue and music ticket comes in at 1 o'clock. And then at 4 o'clock, we have our music ticket, which is basically just a ticket just for the concert. So you come in at 4 o'clock, and that's when the main stage starts. And then you got just the show that way. But we'll have food trucks that'll be on site that'll open after the barbecue part is over. We do have some restaurants that will sell food after 4 o'clock if they want to, so people can experience barbecue if they want to purchase it after 4 o'clock. Wow. No guarantees, but some do choose to sell some stuff after. So a little something for everybody. But those are our 3 ticket levels, and yeah.
I mean, that's awesome that there's so much variety from, if you just like music or if you really like barbecue, you can definitely choose from different options.
For sure. And being able to experience all the barbecue restaurants that you can at the price that we have, it's pretty much basically like you're going for the barbecue and the concert's free.
Right.
So it's kind of the best of both worlds sort of situation. We have people that, we do have people that don't like country music, so they'll come and they'll eat all the barbecue and they'll leave, or we have some that'll come eat and go back to their hotel and take a nap and then come back to the event. So we are come and go because it's a very long day. We say it's a marathon, not a sprint. So, some people take a break. We might have some people take us some naps out in Aggie Park, but we'll see.
Nice. So why did you choose Aggieland to bring this festival?
Well, we were actually approached last probably May or June by a couple of people with Destination Bryan, the Visitors Tourism Bureau over for the city of Bryan. And they reached out, just on a whim, say, hey, we saw your event and what you're doing, and we'd, like to explore the opportunity to come to the area. And at the time we were doing, our festival started in Salina, Texas in November of 2021. So that's kind of our OG home that we do. And then last year we also did events in Georgetown and in Tyler, where we're from. And, by the time the year ended, we kind of looked at things, and some other events were happening in Georgetown that we didn't really necessarily want to compete with. So we made the decision, and especially you factor in economy and inflation and labor costs and everything else going into it. We really wanted to really focus on just doing 2 events this year. So after we decided that we were going to move the event from Georgetown, we reached back out to our friends at Destination Bryan, and we came down and, we toured some different locations, and that led to some connections and meetings at A&M, and eventually led to coming back to seeing Aggie Park when it was completed. And, I took a couple of steps out into the park and looked at everything and immediately knew that this is where we wanted to be. I told them, I said, it was almost like you guys built this for us. Like, it's a gorgeous, gorgeous property.
It is beautiful. And one thing I forgot to mention, there's also student prices, right?
Yeah, so on our public on sale on March 3rd, we will have a student ticket. So as long as you have your ID with you when you come, it'll be a limited number, but as long as you have your ID, you'll be able to save $10 off our normal price of the ticket. So
awesome. Well, make sure to take advantage of that if you can.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. I also wanted to talk about, do you own Double Tap Entertainment? Is that your company?
Yeah, it's our parent company. So myself and my business partner, we started Double Tap Entertainment as kind of just as our company name, and then we produced Troubadour Festival out of that. So
awesome.
Double Tap is our kind of our homage to the movie Zombieland. So if you've seen the movie, you'll get it.
Okay, well, thank you so much for bringing this to Aggieland. I mean, I think a lot of people are really going to enjoy this. Is there anything else you'd like to include or to tell our audience about the festival?
I think the main thing is, we're really grateful, really excited to have this opportunity to come. And, when people come for the first time, we feel a lot of them really are kind of blown away just by not only just by how the event is run, but just how happy everybody is. We're really laid back, kind of chill event. I mean, people do love to have a good time, and that's the most important part. And but it's just an all around good vibe of a time, and we're really proud of that. And I would just say buy tickets early, buy them fast. The way the response has been, it's something that we don't anticipate selling tickets at the gate for. So,
Right.
take advantage while you can.
Yeah, make sure to go to troubadourfestival.com. Alrighty, well, that's it for today. Thank you so much, Chase.
Yeah, thanks, Hector. I appreciate it.
Of course, anytime. All right, you guys, we will be going on a quick break, but do not go anywhere. We will be right back.
Support for KAMU is provided by the Academy for the Visual and Performing Arts, presenting Border, a digital theater experience from Israeli-American theater company Dirty Laundry Theater, streaming online Thursday, March 2nd at 6 p.m. More information at academyarts.tamu.edu.
Now we will be revisiting my interview with Caleb Gandy, a local tattoo artist. Hello, good evening, everyone, and welcome back to the studio. My name is Hector Nino, host of The Heart of Art, and today in the studio we have a very interesting guest with us today. His name is Caleb Gandy. He is a local tattoo artist. If you want to check out his work, you can go to his Instagram at Caleb Gandy Tattooer. That's Gandy like candy, but with a G. Altogether, Caleb Gandy Tattooer, and he is currently working at Legacy Tattoo if you want to go see his work. Hi, Caleb. How are you today?
I'm good.
Awesome. Let's jump right into it. So how long have you been tattooing for now?
Professionally or like just all together?
Professionally first. Let's go there.
Since 2009.
Okay, awesome. And when did you start tattooing unprofessionally?
Like 2003. I was like 13-ish.
All right, awesome. Yeah. And where was that?
Just around the house, like on me, friends.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Do you have like a hometown? Or are you from?
Yeah, no, I'm from Hearn.
From Hearn. Okay, cool. And is tattooing your only medium, or do you do other forms as well?
No, I do like watercolor, like but not like splashy almost. That's just what I like to paint with.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. And for tattooing, did you have anybody that was kind of like a mentor or a teacher for you?
Oh yeah. There's like a bunch of people I can name, like Mike Cruz. He showed me how to like. I was already tattooing, but they weren't good, and then he just like showed me what it was.
Okay, awesome. And how would that person like teach you? Was there a way that like on an orange, or how do you practice even tattooing?
On people, there's no substitute for the real thing. Mm-hmm. So like on people, so people are gonna walk around with bad tattoos for a while until you can fix them.
All right, so you started off right on skin. There's no.
I did like an orange before, and then I was like, oh, I got this.
Okay, yeah. Awesome. I like the confidence. I like it. So there was no intimidation, you would say, when you were going into the skin.
On the orange, no. On the skin, yeah. It's a little bit different when like the medium's like breathing,
I bet.
And they're gonna look down and be like, oh man, that's bad.
Yeah. All right. Well, when you do start tattooing, are there any type of styles that you gravitate towards?
Like me personally, or just people in general?
Well, I would say you personally, but I know there's a difference between, what people want and what you want to do and can do. Yeah. So yeah, I guess having in mind that you're going to have to appeal to what people want, what would you say is like something that you like doing the most?
That again, that's hard to say because I like any tattoo that's going to like be good like 20 years down the road, like mm-hmm. There's a lot of stuff that's done that's like it's got like a 5-year shelf life before it's like, well, this doesn't look good anymore. And it sucks because that's like what's all over the internet now, because tattooing wasn't super popular until like 10 years ago, and that's like when Instagram came on the scene. So bad ideas and Instagram kind of go hand in hand.
Interesting. So you think Instagram kind of gave tattooing like a propel forward in a way?
It definitely helped, and like social media, and I just say Instagram because that's what I use a lot.
Right.
So I definitely say social media definitely like.
That's awesome.
Shot it forward, yeah.
I mean, yeah, through your feed on your Instagram, I see there's a lot of like a Japanese style,
love it.
A lot of traditional,
mm-hmm.
Even like the mix of the two. So that's awesome.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking about like the intimacy that there is between you and the person that you are tattooing, you know, being so close to that person physically, and then maybe even tattooing something that means a lot to them. Are there at times that you have to act as a therapist even?
Yeah, I hate it.
Yeah.
I hate it. Like, it's like I got my own problems. Like, so it's really hard to like listen to other people's problems because it's like, man, now I got to carry that weight too. So,
Right.
but I will say that, like, as far as like memorials and stuff like that, there's like extra pressure without you telling me about it already. Like, just like, yeah, it's a memorial for, you know, so and so, and it's like, okay, well, now it's already heavy, and then it's like, you know, while I'm tattooing you, you're telling me like how great this dude was and how he died and all this shit. And it's like, well, now I can't enjoy my lunch. Like, so I mean, that sounds selfish, but I mean, that's what it is. Now I gotta live with that information. If I run into you at the grocery store, like, that's how you're burned into my mind.
Right,
you know?
right, yeah. Does that happen often? Do you run into people?
Mhm.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And how are those interactions like?
I mean, it's cool, like, but, you know, sometimes, like, I don't want to talk about work, you know? It's like, I just got to go grab these, like, you know, pieces of candy or whatever, and it's like, I run in, it's like, oh, man, I run into, like, Johnny Questions or whatever, and he's got a million questions. I was like, I left the car running, man, like.
Come on, I don't have time for this.
Yeah, but it's cool, like, it's cool, like,
Mhm.
I get it, like, there's no off button for it, even for me, like, because I'm always drawing and stuff, so.
Mm-hmm. Right, I was going to ask about that, like the balance between your work and your art. Do you find that difficult at times? Or too overbearing, maybe?
No, it's just like work before play. So
Mhm.
it's like I got to do what I have to do before I can just draw. But it sucks because, you know, you work and work and work, and now it's like, oh man, I'm kind of tired. So
Right,
But-
yeah. So that's something difficult to work through. The fact that like your work is also your art. So you kind of have to find time for yourself as well.
yeah.
Right. Do you currently have like any tattoo like goals or any specific like artistic project that you'd say you would want to do but you haven't really gotten the opportunity to?
Just travel, and that's more like the pandemic than anything. Like that really like I just got my passport, and then the pandemic hit, so I couldn't do anything with it, so it sucked.
Right. I noticed on your Facebook, I think it was, that you were in Hawaii.
Yeah. That
Right.
was before the pandemic shit.
Oh, that's awesome. And
Yeah.
what places would you like to visit?
I mean, anywhere, like Japan for sure, because the tattooing is great. China, because there's like a cool scene there. Like just anywhere there's cool tattooing going on, really. Like I want to go to like Macau and gamble, because it's like the gambling capital of the world. So that's pretty tight. Like
Wow.
casinos are crazy over there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. And at these places that you do visit, do you ever have any like jobs there? Do you get any appointments from people from that area?
Oh yeah, no, I didn't go to any of those places. I was just saying like I'd like to go there, but no, when I go to Hawaii, like my friend has a shop there, and like he has a shop in Colleen too, Kingpin, and I'll go up there and I'll hang out with them and tattoo. And he also has a shop in Hawaii, so we'll shoot over to Hawaii sometimes. Like I don't go there super often. I don't want to sound like, oh, I'm just in Hawaii. No, it's just like we'll go over there and like tattoo like once every year, 2 years, and just hang out at his shop there.
Wow, that's
Super
awesome.
cool.
That sounds really fun.
Yeah.
All right. Do you still paint?
Yeah. When I
Paint.
can, yeah.
All right. And what type of styles do you do when you're painting? Or is there a difference between the styles that you do between when you're tattooing and when you're painting?
It's hard. I'm trying to get away from like tattooing and painting the same style, just because like you don't learn doing the same thing over and over and over. You just learn how to do the same thing better. So
Right.
I'm trying to get away from like harder lines in painting, because that's, you know, tattoos without lines aren't that good. So just like getting thinner lines and stuff. But that's pretty much it. You know?
All right.
Yeah.
If you are interested in Caleb's work, make sure to check out his Instagram at Caleb Gandy Tattooer, and you can visit him at Legacy Tattoo. Are there any other places that they can visit you at, or is it just Legacy?
Yeah, I'm at the North Shop at Legacy,
Okay, awesome.
and then Kingpin sometimes.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, make sure to get in contact with him, and thank you so much, Caleb, for stopping by. I really appreciate it.
It was fun, man.
Awesome. All right, you guys, that is the end of our show. A big thank you for those of you listening, and a big thank you to Chase Colston for stopping by and talking to us about this amazing festival that's coming to town. And if you'd like to go check out their website, that is troubadourfestival.com. Have a great week. Thanks, and Giga Maggie Land. I'm Hector Nino, and you've been listening to The Heart of Art, a production of 90.9 KAMU FM. You can find all of our shows anytime at kamu.tamu.edu.
The Heart of Art is brought to you by the Academy for the Visual and Performing Arts at Texas A&M University, bringing innovative and culturally diverse visual and performing arts programming to Texas A&M University and the Brazos Valley. The Academy for the Visual and Performing Arts fosters the creativity of our community via the transformative power of the arts. The Heart of Art is sponsored in part by the Texas A&M University Art Galleries, which includes the Stark and Forsyth Galleries located inside the MSC. The galleries provide a variety of opportunities to experience art exhibitions, events, and hands-on activities. More information at uart.tamu.edu.